Hey man, you reckon you can learn me how to play them drums? For so many drummers, the question, can you play to a click, evokes the deer in the headlights look. But the fact is, if you're gonna be a drummer in today's electronic environment, you're gonna have to learn the skill of playing to a click. The good news is, it's a skill. It can be learned just like anything else on the drums. And to be honest, it doesn't have to be something that you dread. It can be something that you enjoy. I don't mind playing to a click. Before we get started, I've got a question for you, and that is, do you practice with a click? Why or why not? Put that in the comments section below and let's start a conversation about it. As drummers, our number one job is time. Keeping time, having good time. If you as a drummer were a store, the only thing that would be on your shelves would be time. That would be the only thing people can buy from you. It's not how fast you can play, it's not the fills you can play, it's your time, how you make the music feel and how steady that time is. So it's our job to work on our time. I can't tell you the number of times that I've talked to musicians and asked about drummer and said, hey, how was that drummer? Oh, he was good, his time wasn't that great. What? What does that even mean? It's like you just said in the same statement, he was good and he was bad. A drummer is only as good as their time is, and a click is a tool that can help you get better time. So here's 3 quick tips I've learned over the years of playing with a click. Number 1, relax. It's not gonna make you sound like a robot. A lot of my students over the years and myself, to some point, whenever I first started playing with a click, I thought it was gonna make me rigid. I thought it would make me sound like a machine. But in fact, it does the opposite. It makes you sound like a better version of yourself. If you feel stiff when you're playing with a click, you just haven't worked with it long enough. Give it more time. If your band says the music feels stiff whenever you play with a click, one of 2 things is happening. You either need to work with the click more, or they're not used to playing with a drummer that has good time. So therefore, the music feels stiff to them. Tip number 2, don't chase the click. This is the biggest thing I deal with students when they're playing with a click. They get a little ahead, or they get a little behind, and then they overcorrect, and so they're constantly chasing the click by speeding up and slowing down. Let me give you an example of what this is like. I've been teaching one of my sons how to ride his bike. The biggest thing we dealt with was him overcorrecting. He would start leaning one way and he'd overcorrect the other way, and then he'd overcorrect the other way, and then before you knew it, he was on the ground. It's the same thing when you're driving a car. If you get off the road a little bit, what do you not want to do? You don't want to jerk it back on the road because you'll go into the other lane. Small corrections. It's the same thing with a click. If you feel yourself a little behind the click, just make a mental note. Houston, we have a problem. And then work on fixing it over the next bar or 2. If you feel yourself a little ahead of the click, again, just make a note of it and fix it over the next 8 to 10 beats. But if you instantly correct it, it's gonna sound stiff and unsteady. Now hopefully you'll get to learn the click in a little bit of a kinder environment than I did. I was playing full time in New Orleans whenever I was 19, and my drum teacher actually played in the band opposite me. We were having problems with both bands turning around during the middle of the night and giving us motions like this. Well, when you've got 7 or 8 people on stage and every song someone's turning around to you, your night gets miserable really quick. So to fix that, we brought in a Dr. Beat. The band didn't hear it, just the drummer. I had never played with a click in a live situation, so here I was with a 7 or 8 piece band at my job, having to pull up the tempos very quickly, count the band off, and then stay with that click. And I went through all of these things that you can go through in your practice time actually on stage. But it grew me a lot and I learned a ton from it. So the lesson is, learn the skill before you're put into a situation where you have to use it. This last tip took me years to learn, and that is, you are the time. The click is not the time. You're the human that sets that click. You decide that that song's at 101 BPM or 78 BPM. When I'm on a recording session, they may ask me to push that groove just a little bit at the chorus. That means I need to play on top of the click. Or they may say, hey, can you sit back in that pocket a little bit? The click's not gonna make me do that. That's my job. I'm the time. I set the tempo, and then I set how that song feels. So if I wanna play a little behind the click, or if I wanna play a little above the click, or if I wanna bury it straight down the middle, that's my conscious choice. Now learning to do that's like that next level click stuff. But just knowing that the click is not the time, you are the time, will take a lot of pressure off of you. I'll leave you with this. Working with a click is going to vastly improve your time as a drummer. I promise. Give it a shot, give it a couple of months of practicing every time you sit down with that click, and you will see a huge difference in your playing. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday for new uploads. Be sure and jump over to vicfirth.com and check out the lesson series we're doing there every week. Go over to Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, hang out with me there. Follow the link below, sign up for the email list, and download your free lesson pack, 30 Days to Better Doubles. 30 days, 25 to 30 minutes a day, and I promise you, your double strokes will improve. If you're looking to see daily growth in your drumming, follow the link below, take a tour of the members area, see what all the lessons on the website have to offer. But regardless of what you do, I'll see you here in the next video.